Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're playing Spider-Man episode 12
I don't.
or 13.
I lost count.
I lost count too. I think this is 13. I'm currently on the pause screen because at the end of the last episode, I accidentally got into the range of the mission, so we'll get back to it now.
Even though you were like not even halfway up the building. But so, oh yeah, this is the point where you get to make a choice. Which one do you do first?
I always end up going one that's closer.
Which one is that one?
That one.
Yeah.
The one on the right. But I'll go on the one on the left this time.
Which one's that one?
I don't remember.
I always did Electro and Vulture first.
I think I always had Electro first. I don't actually know if it actually makes a difference. I won't lie.
It doesn't.
It makes no difference which one you do first.
I just know. I like the fact that it splits off and you have a little bit of a choice in the matter. It's pretty cool. I liked always having multiple points where you can do things.
Alright, and so this episode we're going to shift gears from conspiracy theories to would you rathers, right?
My hot takes were too hot.
They're still sizzling on the pot. We got like what 30 seconds in between sessions. We were just like, all right, what are we doing next? Let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got
we're still trying to find a format.
I got some would you rather questions pulled up. So all right, would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? And I think this question really comes down to, do you want a future power that's applicable, or do you want a future power that sounds cool?
I think 150 years in the future sounds better, because knowing 10 minutes in the future will always be changing your future.
Now, this is actually, I agree, this is really interesting, because being able to see 150 years in the future, there's nothing you can do about those events.
Nothing really.
Yeah, this is Electro, for sure.
So they don't change that.
They don't.
They just...
Wait.
No, this is Rhino.
Is it Rhino?
Okay, there we go.
Oh, shit.
So I guess you can fight Rhino first. Either
You
way, you
can
have to
fight Rhino and Scorpion first. Oh, wait. Is this the one where you're... Oh, you haven't done the duos yet, right?
Yeah, no, duos are a little bit after this.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's just you have to save the police.
Okay, but anyways, you said 150 years into the future?
Yeah.
And then...
Because seeing 10 minutes into the future will always be changing the future that I see, because my actions are going to be different. 150 years in the future, like, I could see, like, oh, the world's going to end or something. I could see that, right? And maybe I could do something about that. But there's not much I can do to change it for the most part. Unless I see somebody making some scientific discovery, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to use that.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Yeah, 150 years in the future just I think is too much time where there's not much you can actually realistically do with that power. 10 minutes in the future is a lot of power because there's not a lot of time on it, but
And I mean, you're gonna be constantly seeing a different future though,
because it's always going to change because the butterfly effect. If you go in time and step on butterfly, there's gonna be lasting repercussions. And so that is an interesting one and honestly really dangerous.
Hypothetically speaking, I'm going to put you guys in a situation that helped me influence my choice. So, say like you work in fast food, and you're looking 10 minutes in the future, and 10 minutes in the future you see that a random like $96 order comes in.
Yeah.
With that 10 minutes now you can prepare for those $96. But I don't think the fact that you're able to see into the future and see that would change the fact that the $96 order is coming in.
No, like,
it doesn't change
in.
that.
Like,
but what happens because of it will change.
yeah, like see that like in theory, you see 10 minutes into the future and you're gonna step in a puddle, and you choose not to step in that puddle, but because you make that choice to not step in the puddle, you actually step into oncoming traffic. You know, like that is the interesting part about the butterfly effect is just because you're able to know that. Imagine like you know that team's gonna come in, that there's gonna be that order, and you have everything ready. And then, because you knew that, you overdid it. You had too much food or whatever, you know? Is that a bad thing? No. But it's also a bad thing, you know? Just an interesting kind of, like, me trying to be
And then, if you see 10 minutes in the future, and then you decide to change something, do you see the new future?
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I think personally, I would do the 10 minutes, because it's more usable than
I would hate
150 years. Like, yeah,
I would hate the 10-minute one, so the 150 years in the future. Wait, way better for me.
Like, are you forced? Like, I mean, here's another kind of question to go along with it. Are you forced to see the future every 10 minutes, or is it just when you want to so choose to see the future, you can just
I'd assume it'd be more of a choice.
exactly.
Okay,
Like,
if it's a choice, then maybe. But like, if you're forced to see it, like That's So Raven, where she just saw visions.
all of a sudden, yeah, like yeah, that would suck. Every like half hour, you'd see like 10 minutes in the future, like, oh man, someone's going to die, and you don't know where.
If it was random stuff, I mean, I don't know. I think
I think, like I said, personally, 10 minutes is more applicable and just usable, and I'd be able to make
Well,
better
I'm saying.
choices.
But I don't.
Because in 150 years, I'm not going to be alive. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, like you could know
And then-
insider trading, I guess.
I know 150 years from now, my descendants are gonna probably not be alive because I'm later at V Squad. But like,
Yeah, or like exactly, like, oh man, I know I married this person. I need to like go in and like make sure that happens. Like, there's some dangers to that, even then. Like,
Yeah,
because
but there's also dangers with seeing 10 minutes in
no,
the future.
exactly. Like, it's an interesting dynamic. Like I said, that's kind of the big point here. Is
Like, let's say you're having a conversation with like a significant other, and you're going to have it, and you see 10 minutes into the future, and what you don't see is the end of the conversation, where like your original plan was to like ask them to marry you, and then the reaction you get from the vision doesn't seem like it's going to be a good ending, but then
so
it
you
ends
avoid it or something. Like,
yeah.
yeah. No, I definitely get that. Like, still dangerous. Like, just the 150 years.
I think seeing in the future is not good for humans.
No, it's definitely not. Is there someone dying?
No.
Okay, whatever.
I
just see the one brick dot.
I would also say 10 minutes into the future, purely
Just-
because I would be willing to deal with the consequences of what happens if I did do these things. Mainly because I just don't see. I don't like the concept of like, oh, I can see this future, but I can never do anything with it.
Yeah.
Like, I have this power now, but it doesn't matter.
Besides,
Meanwhile,
like I said, insider trading, you can't do anything.
like you guys said, 10 minutes. I can do something in 10 minutes, and I can try to fix something. And if another thing goes wrong, well,
Yeah,
just
time.
at least now I'm doing something about it rather than not being able to do anything about it. Is my argument.
Okay, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I still think
Yeah. Well,
that it would not be as good as you're thinking it is.
Well, let's go to the next one. Like I said, I think we've all gotten our own opinions in this one. Let's go.
all right.
On to the next
Would you rather have telekinesis, or the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, be able to read minds?
one. Telekinesis. For me.
I would. I don't want to know what are on people's minds.
I
No,
think we
that
can
is,
all-
like, in my opinion, that's super dangerous
I think
because
you could all-
It's also
you'd never
a
they know
invasion
you have a
of privacy.
secret, you know, and you'd know everything, everyone's thoughts, like you'd know everyone's true feelings about you, and ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, it really is.
I think we can all agree we're all kind of lazy and we just use it to grab the remote when we fall back. When we sit down on the
No,
couch.
I don't know if you've ever seen this movie called Chronicle. One of my favorite movies, and it's telekinesis, but it's just such a great movie. If you don't really know telekinesis, watch that movie. It's great.
Well, I mean, telekinesis can do a lot of things,
Mhm.
depending on how strong it is.
Oh yeah.
All right. Would you rather team up with Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel? Let's be honest.
Space is cool.
I think power-wise, Captain Marvel's stronger.
Yes. Space is cool.
It depends on which Wonder Woman, though, because some Wonder Women,
Wonder Women.
sometimes in the comics that she can survive the universe exploding,
for
and
the
she
sa-
becomes an actual god.
For
so.
the sake of context purposes, I will say we'll start with cinematic
Okay.
and then go from there.
Okay, cinematic.
I'm gonna be honest. I like Wonder Woman more as a character.
Yeah,
I do
and
too.
I don't need the strong. I don't need, and it's a team up. It's gonna be
Mhm.
also.
that means you
Theoret-
also have powers.
Oh, theoretically speaking, if we're doing this, I'd assume it's a team up. If it's a team up with DC villains, with Wonder Woman, team up with Marvel villains, in
I really don't know
Captain
many
Marvel?
of those villains or either of those characters.
DC villains for the most part
is it
are
already?
no, that's
No,
9:30.
that's his alarm to wake up for work.
Oh, I
No,
didn't
that's
set,
to leave for work.
I didn't set an alarm for this timer. By the way.
I did.
He did.
Also, I know I'm interrupting again, but this, like, I know I talked about that one part just being this whole scene is great, but like
This one also.
the
Great.
downfall of New York is just so perfect,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't wait for Spider-Man 2 to see how Craven fucks it up even more, and somehow see the two Spider-Men work together, putting it back on top. Anyways, as you were saying, Dan, as you were saying.
Okay, so from what I understand of DC and Marvel villains, DC villains fucked up.
DC villains are indeed fucked up.
So if it was the team up determined who we were going to face, I'd team up with Captain Marvel because I'd rather not face the DC villains.
Okay, so then I changed a little bit too much of that question. So we'll both say they're all going to be one new villain that's in none of them.
Okay, then probably Wonder Woman.
I think I'm gonna agree with Wonder Woman just because, like, when I think Wonder Woman, I think of like OG Themyscira, like all the Greek gods and everything that
We're
she
doing
deals with.
cinematic universe.
Well, she does in the cinematic universe deal with them too.
But I mean, even that, like cinematic now, she's like in
Oh, I
times,
missed the
doesn't do
scene
a
where
lot.
he shoots it and says "believe." I'm so sad.
I think I'm still gonna go with Wonder Woman just because
I like Wonder
I
Woman.
like Justice League, and I mean, don't necessarily care for the movie, but I like the concept of the Justice League.
I like Wonder Woman, and even with the villains, I'd still pick Wonder Woman because if if I was a superhero, like this is why I think I'd be a bad superhero. If I was a superhero, I want the most fucked up villain possible. Like I want a challenge.
You want
Like,
a Joker to your whatever.
I want a Joker to my Batman, but imagine if Batman was brain dead, and that's me. When I go to read comic books, I go into reading Spider-Man in particular, I know I'm going to have a good fun time, and then I kind of just have, like, a little bit more motivated, rejuvenated, like, sort of upbeat feel to it. But when I read Batman, I know, to be fair, they're, like, two sides of the same coin, but when I go to read Batman, I know it's going to be dark. I know I'm going to get into the gritty of it. So when I think of, like, that's how I feel Marvel and DC are. DC is very dark and oriented, when there's Marvel is more either upbeat, actual superpowers and things like that. And yes, I get DC has actual superpowers, but like I say, I think of Spider-Man and Batman, and I think of those two separate things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I agree. Wonder Woman. Let's go on to the next one.
okay. Well, actually, I'm going to make my own Would You Rather.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay.
Would you rather have one of a Marvel superhero superpower? We'll say kind of like base ones that aren't god level powers, like power of Spider-Man, power of like
Spider-Man can be god level.
power of Thor, things like that. Pretty.
Thor is a god.
I know. I kind of yes, like base level, not like Galactus level powers.
Okay.
And
Not
fight
cosmic.
and fight a DC villain, or vice versa, or have a DC power and fight a Marvel villain.
I think personally, I'd rather have a DC power and
Yeah.
a Marvel villain.
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have a power in particular you're thinking of?
I mean, fuck. Like, I'm thinking about Superman specifically. I know he's pretty close to that god level, but like, I'm saying even if I nerf, let's say just flight and strength, right? Just nerf everything else, right?
Well, yeah.
You'd be able to handle 90% of Spider-Man's job.
Superman
Yeah.
versus Doctor Strange, though.
Exactly. Like Doctor Strange would win because Superman's
Or
not magic.
Superman's just
weak magic.
basically a regular human when it comes to magic, which is why magic is his weakness in
Yep.
quotation marks.
along with Kryptonite, yeah. But
Kryptonite's an actual weakness, like a crippling weakness.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest though. The second I offered up the idea of being able to be Spider-Man, like, don't matter what, I can fight whatever. I will fight anything to be able to be Spider-Man.
Yes,
like,
but
I agree,
being
but I tried
Spider-Man-
to like go beyond that.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Being
my gut.
being Spider-Man comes up with fucking up everything else in your life.
Dude,
I'm already
so
halfway there.
So you're telling me that I can now just get Spider-Man powers? Like everything else is already there. Like, come on, I don't even have a parent. But actual next question,
Okay.
because that one was easy. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every single song you hear?
Sing along.
I'd rather dance because dancing can be something as small as just moving my arms a little bit.
I hate dancing, which
But,
is
like,
why I was in show choir in high school.
I could do a little jig.
Well, one
Look at
more
me go.
time. Can
Oh
I
yeah.
hear the
Look at me
question?
go. No, look at me go. Oh yeah.
I see you dancing, sir.
I just hit my microphone.
It was.
Punched
Would you rather sing to every song you listen to, or
Sing
dance?
along.
Sing along or
Well, you
dance.
you can do a hum.
You can hum, yeah. But also, imagine being in the library and just
Yeah,
like
no,
hear
like that'd be
something in the
awkward. Or
background.
like you're at a funeral and they're playing music. You know, like that's
be
awkward
fair,
as hell.
I'm probably not the person you want at a funeral, anyways.
Well, dancing, doing a little jig when there's a song
still
isn't
awkward.
any better.
Yeah, no, like yeah,
At least with the hum, you can keep it a little quiet.
yeah. I
But
think
like,
personally,
if I'm dancing at a funeral, I can just tap my knee.
yeah, you can just tap your
with
knee.
my hand. So like, the only people that'll judge me would be the people right next to me, which is
Mhm.
most likely gonna be my family, and they'll know.
I
They'll
think
be like,
personally, I would rather sing just because I do already. Typically, like I may not be like
I hum
super
along to a lot of
verbal
songs.
on it, but I definitely.
yeah, I would not be able to sing because if
I
I
also
sing,
have
I
no
full sing.
rhythm, so I can't dance.
I never said I was good at it. You saw my little jig.
It was something, all right.
But yeah, as I was in swing choir, or show choir, whatever you want to call it, in high school. So I danced and sang. I liked the singing part a lot more than dancing. I wasn't horrible at dancing when there's choreography. If I have to come up with a dance,
Oh my god!
I'm so bad.
I just got an advertisement
Okay.
for the Am I Gay quiz,
Okay.
Now we need to do it.
and I hate everything, and it just disappeared.
Ah,
What the
damn.
fuck?
I saw it.
You
on
know
the
what?
phone.
That does suck because I was genuinely gonna say we should do this.
Oh no, I'm not doing.
No,
it.
not for you, just for all three of us. We all would
three of us
answer.
together.
Exactly. We would find out if all three of us put together
Question
in one
number
body.
5. Would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year? And I will make the argument that if anybody is in a relationship right now, that could be the potential of finding true love as well. Not being like, oh, just kidding, this other person's your actual true love.
Well, you get like a confirmation if this person is your true love, right?
Yeah, you'll get a confirmation, and if it's not that person for some reason, then you get like, you get an email.
I would rather win the lottery.
We all know
Because-
why.
No.
My man's was
I-
looking over his shoulders the entire
I
time.
am going to answer this 100% truthfully. In my opinion, I don't like the idea of true love, soulmates. It's what you make it.
Mm.
That's how I feel about it.
Like, you pave the way for your
Yeah.
true love. Okay.
Exactly. That is how I feel about it.
I mean, on the same vein though, there is somebody out there for pretty much anybody. So
Is there, though?
Like,
Yes, I get it
That's
that-
my honest opinion. With winning the lottery, I would never have to worry about anything money,
except for all the taxes that you have to pay,
which is like half.
it's like 3/4 of it. Let's be honest.
No.
But let's be honest. Okay,
At least right now, like I mean, I
you
don't
win
know
a
if you
four.
actually
You win a
looked at
$4 million lottery pool. Okay, and you pay 3/4 of it. That's still $1 million.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I know our current lottery pool, like, it's ridiculous. And like, yeah, if you paid half of that in taxes, you'd never have to worry about anything.
This looks promising.
And then, but to comment on what you said, listen, I get it. There's a lot of people in this world and stuff like that, but I don't think the saying of "there is always someone for you out there" is true. Yes, I get it. There's a lot of variety of people, and theoretically you could find someone, but also, just as much as a probability for that, there's as much of a probability as, like, you won't find anyone. I think it's a good thing to keep motivated. I think it's definitely a thing that you shouldn't give up.
Yeah, but also imagine, like, yeah, say like you find out your true love and it just gives you like, hey, go to this place, and you go, and then just a grave. Like, they're already there. Like, yeah, thanks, GG's.
So, going based off of that, like, yeah, like, you're right. You could have, like, your potential true love, and then there could be a person out there for you, but they're already gone.
yeah,
I think,
it would suck. Yes.
God,
I would have a harder time.
why
moving
is there
on knowing that.
that fucking glare on his bulge? Like, I wasn't looking, and then all of a sudden this beacon of light appeared, and it was like, a new hand touches the beacon.
I get that reference.
There be light.
I'm surprised I do, because I don't play Skyrim that often.
Alright.
Chaos of
I'm doing the kind of side stuff here. Like, there's a lot of really niche and neat references in here that really expand on the lore.
I love the box.
I am not really actually gonna pay attention to them. I'm just gonna try and get this universe. I don't remember how to do it.
Go there, turn on the black light.
Yeah.
UV bulb. Huh. Nothing
Yeah.
happened. Must be a way to
And you
get
gotta
that
follow
lamp
the dang cord.
Yeah, but if we want to talk about it a little bit, basically, this room, for anybody, for some fucking reason that if you haven't played this game, first of all, go play it.
Mhm.
It's a great game. Even if you're not good at video games, it's an amazing game. But
Please going after the
right now what's going on is it explains the lore of why each character is coming to Dr. Octopus, why they're making the Sinister Six. Basically, each one of them has a specific reason why they're going to him in hell, because Doc Ock is promising them several things, and yeah. But to be honest, I want to find the true love. And my argument for that is, yes, money would have me set for life, and theoretically speaking, I could find something where I'm comfortable, where I'm satisfied. But also, I'm a romanticist at heart, and
There is no Icarus, is there?
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, I think for me personally, I just have a different opinion on love.
How about you, Lil Dan?
I would choose true love.
Atta kid. Alright. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or a coma for a decade? And I want to start this off by saying a coma for a decade means that I am not in control of anything that happens to me for a decade. Meanwhile, if I'm in jail for 5 years, will it be rough? Yes. Will it be absolutely shitty? Yes. Will it probably be the worst years of my life? Yes. But at least then I am there. And I am conscious in that situation.
Yeah, but it also kind of, I think, for me, it's going to really depend on why am I going to jail for 5 years? Did I do something? Am I being accused of something? Because that could ruin the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That's true. I can agree with that, because, like, say, like, you're accused of killing a baby or something like that, then you'll be known as the baby killer for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And
Oh,
would
wait, no, you
never
don't
really
get to
a
choose.
job
Never
inside.
mind. You do have to fight Vulture and Electro.
And so, like, I think personally, I would rather do the coma. Because I got a wicked imagination already. I'll be fine.
Oh, I think it'd be amazing being able to be in my fantasy world for 10 years, but then waking up from my fantasy world for 10
It
years
would
and be
suck,
like,
yeah.
put me
like,
back,
don't get me wrong,
put me
like,
back.
yeah.
You get up, you're in a hospital, you're like, damn it, can I go back?
Dude, my isekai anime is gonna happen while I'm in that coma, and then I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna be like, nope, put
You're
me
gonna
back.
get back and you'll be like, so did that happen or not?
There's no point in me being here anymore.
But my anime waifu.
Alright, I'm gonna change the rules a little bit, because being in a coma for a decade, we have already agreed that we'd probably have the good enough imagination to do that. So I'm gonna change the rules for being in jail for 5 years. You were in jail for 5 years for a crime you didn't commit, and the reason why you're let out in 5 years is because you are proven without a shadow of doubt not guilty. So everything on you is dropped, aside from, of course, the one thing that can't drop, which is public opinion. Because even though you're still tried for it, they'll still believe it.
Yeah. So my thing about that is, that's the public opinion thing can literally ruin your life.
That is true. My argument for that, though, why I'd still take the jail, though, is the fact that you're right. It would be a lot harder to do things. But the people that I know, the people that I care about, at least then, those people know that I'm not what they say I am. And that's enough for me. It doesn't matter if my life's going to be hard, if it's going to be strenuous. As long as I still have the people that care about me, that know the truth, and I feel that's enough for me.
So the problem is, though, is not that those people believe you and know the truth. It's the fact that people around you can be in danger because of the public opinion.
That is true. I didn't think about that. That's a very good point.
Why I would choose the coma.
Hence why Spider-Man puts on the mask.
Yeah.
Whoa, we made this Spider-Man related! Let's go!
But no, seriously, people's families have gotten death threats from being somebody in the family being falsely accused of something.
Yeah, that can really suck and mess up your life in more ways than obvious at first glance, you know?
That, very true. The concept of not being able to be there for everyone is a concept that...
Yeah, I get it, and yes, it does suck.
That concept scares me so much in my day-to-day life itself, And I know that's probably not the healthiest thing to worry about, where how much I can be there for others. But I just can't. There's no quick time events on. But I just can't fathom the concept of not being able to be there for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And even if I'm in jail, then that's where I see the people that I truly put forth the effort in, the people that I should care about, because I guarantee you're going to lose people if you go to jail, even if you were proven innocent, it doesn't matter. But at least then, I know that I can still somewhat be there. I mean, I've got people that are looking up to me, I can't let them down as much as I can. And I don't want people seeing me just lying on a bed. And imagine who's going to pay for that? Who's going to be there for that? But, I mean, if it's my mother, I can't do that to her.
Wow.
I'd rather have her see me go to jail than just watch her only son. What the fuck is going on?
It's the glow effect. It's being buggy.
I'd rather have her see her only son go to jail than have her question if her son's ever going to wake up for 10 years.
And I can get that. The emotional turmoil that it can cause people on the outside for that long, especially if they don't know that it's a guaranteed 10 years. It can be hard. I think just personally, the repercussions of the jail could be, at least there's so many unknowns for that. At least the coma, I know, like, I'm gonna wake up.
Well, I would, yeah. I don't want to change any more of that, but like, yeah, that's how that works.
That's my personal thing. But what's the next one?
Well, actually, you said coma then, and I just want to make sure I got your answer. Okay. Would you rather have another 10 years with your partner or a one-night stand with your celebrity crush?
Another 10 years.
Another 10 years. I don't have a significant other right now, but I would choose the 10 years.
Oh, this is also the scene I was talking about earlier about how he physically, he literally just tries to catch his breath, and as soon as he does, he wakes up
hours later.
And he starts panicking, well, as much as Spider-Man can, because he's got to just get up and go. And ain't there a phone call that he gets where he's like, you've been off for so long?
Yuri, Vulture and Electro are down. 4 to go.
I saw. Also noticed a rooftop in Times Square exploded.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought there was a phone call where it's like, where have you been? But one thing that I always also liked about Spider-Man, we talked about how relatable he was.
Yeah, are you trying to avoid the question there, Chris?
No, Ariel Winter, hi, how are you doing? But, no, honestly, I'd pick the 10 years. It was a joke. But I just really am passionate about how much Spider-Man is still just a human. And I love that so much because even when he's just a human, there's still people like when he barely gets his breaks, they're like, where were you? What's going on? What's happening? One thing that I do eventually want to do like a comic book review on Spider-Verse, Spider-Geddon, and one of my favorite scenes from that is after the 616 Peter Parker fights one of the inheritors on his own and just barely makes it out, breaks his arm, everything. He finally gets to lay in his bed, and as soon as he falls on it, Spider-Gwen opens up a portal, appears, and she's like, we need your help. And he just gets right... Oh, I bumped my mic. He gets right back up. He's like, all right, let's do it. And she's like, did I interrupt something? He's like, no, nothing at all.
I will say, that is actually, speaking of Spider-Man comics, one of my favorite details is how Miles saved the universe at one point.
Are you talking about Spider-Geddon?
I don't remember which arc it is, but pretty much he saves the universe because he had a burger in his pocket for like 10 days.
Never mind, no, I don't know that.
I think it's the end of the Ultimate Cataclysm stuff, when that whole like world merge happened.
I really hope this doesn't look like that.
But we're going to go ahead and end the episode here.
Okay, it's been 30 minutes?
It is 29 minutes and like some odd seconds. I figured, it takes us a few
well,
seconds actually.
We all three said 10 years for that last part, right?
Yes.
Sorry, Sofia Vergara, you're not going to be able to get any of this anytime soon.
Man, you switched from Ariel Winter to Sofia Vergara.
Dude, and then I got another one. Amelia Clark, I think her name is. Billie Eilish. Dude.
Billie Eyelash?
Billie Eyelash. Amelia Clark's pretty good, though. Khaleesi, I will be your... What's his name? He dies. Drago, yeah. You watch Game of Thrones?
I've seen a little bit.
I own the first 3 seasons and haven't seen an episode.
Add a kid.
I wouldn't say I have a necessary celebrity crush even fit that criteria.
I don't think I do right now
I
either.
don't have a
Like
gen.
ScarJo?
I don't have a genuine like relationship. When I was younger, it was Ariana Grande. I loved her music, and like she was great. And now as I got older, I'm like, what the fuck was I into?
We're gonna wrap up, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
All right, bye
Bye bye.